You see, women are very interesting creatures. A woman who trusts you or who buys in, they are very, very interesting creatures. When that happens, then it means they'll start questioning your judgment, they'll start questioning your decisions, they'll start questioning your actions.
Welcome to this episode. This time round we are going to discuss about one of the most insightful elements of family, and I believe that you will enjoy watching this together. So how are you?
Long time. I'm good. You okay?
I'm well.
It has been a while.
It has been a while.
How is everything?
It's okay. Yeah, so today I want us to touch on this particular area.
Okay.
And I believe that for our viewers, they will be able to learn 1, 2, 3, or even from our opinions that we'll be able to express. They will be able to maybe be able to know how to go about some of these situations, because like we said that for holistic living we have to uphold all the 5 elements, and which one of them is family. Okay. So this is whatever we are going to discuss today is part of the family. So the big deal here,
okay,
is what do you think? Is it really appropriate to share how much you are earning with your wife? Should you tell your wife how much you are earning? And not only how much you are earning, okay, should you tell your wife how much money you are having? Yes, so that is the big deal for today.
Okay. So you're saying it's about how much you are earning?
Yes.
Or how much money you have in the liquid money?
The balance, yeah, the balance that you have. Assuming, leave alone the assets, the liquid one, the cash that you can yes.
Either what's in your bank account or what is in your
yes
online wallet accounts.
Yes.
Quite interesting. I don't know.
Is it okay if you share the amount you are earning, like your wife knows
your
that
wife?
This is, yes.
So you are very particular to your wife.
Yes, your
wife.
This
is not about somebody who is in a relationship that is not married. How about people who are still courting? Do you cover? Should this address that as well, or
okay,
specifically for the married?
Should I be a bit liberal by saying that maybe to should you okay, let us just be specific about now wife, because for the person you are dating, answer is obvious.
Oh, no, you can't say it's obvious.
It's not obvious.
You can't say you can't say it's obvious. It differs. I think for it to be quite broad and wide enough to even get more reactions from our viewers, we should let it be a bit open, that if you are in a relationship, whether you are courting, you are still in the beginning times of your relationship, or maybe you are married, so I think it should be that quite broad, so that you can get views from different opinions, or from different users, or different viewers. I think that will be a bit more open.
Okay, so in your perspective, now to you, okay, are you sharing that with your I don't know where are you?
Well, that's quite I don't.
Okay, let me get personal. Okay. So what's your opinion?
Okay.
Let us do this. Let us discuss the dangers of sharing and the advantages of not sharing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. For both, it depends as well. Like I said, different opinions vary depending on the stage of your relationship.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, I don't want to speak like a marriage or how should I make this, marriage guru or stuff like that. But depending on your stage of your relationship, this may vary. Depending on your cultural background, this may also vary, because there are some cultures and social norms that bind that as well, that try to address that. It may also affect on how this question may be responded to, or maybe personal reasons which also are affected by beliefs of a particular person. It's also influenced by the information that this person is exposed to, that is influencing the judgment. Probably even from this session today, this may influence how one of our viewers, or 2 or 3, may react to this going forward. Because it's a critical thing, as we started by saying, the holistic living, when you are incorporating both family and finances, you really need to be very keen on how you handle that, because what we are aiming at is to live holistically.
Yes.
We are aiming at seeing on how we can live in harmony while enjoying all that we believe that we should be enjoying under the sun, not necessarily waiting to have in heaven, as some may say that, we are waiting to that kind. You see, some people say they are waiting to go to heaven to enjoy the milk and honey. But what we are trying to bring here is, with holistic living, we want to make earth our heaven, just like the normal our Lord's prayer to say, may your kingdom come on earth, may your will be done.
That is in Christianity.
Yes, that is in Christianity. You see, in that prayer, we say that may whatever happens in heaven be brought to earth. So we should not expect to live the holistic life in heaven. Let's live it here on earth and have the holistic life as we expect.
Now. Yeah. So maybe just to shed some light. Okay, let me put this disclaimer.
Okay.
I'm not going to sideline boy child or man.
No, you shouldn't.
But whatever I'm going to give is just my opinion based on observations that I've made.
Okay.
And after having this conversation, you can also go and start being observant.
Yeah, the viewers can do the research.
Yes.
You can go do your own research
and see whether what I'm going to say here is also aligning with what you,
the expectations they have.
Yes. Or not even expectation, but what I will say here is actively taking place in their homes. Yes?
In their lives.
So, okay, my opinion, first of all, I'll say that still borrowing to the previous topic, if you do not start right, okay, you should not share that.
Starting right, that means you don't have the
starting right, if not starting right means that you just met somebody somewhere and you are guided with the physical features. Yes, you are just guided with the physical features. Maybe you saw how that person was, the physical appearance of that particular person, and you started pursuing this person and you ended up in the relationship.
That means you didn't take into consideration the necessary steps
maybe
or actions,
yes,
or the things
maybe.
to consider.
Okay, majority don't usually know that. They don't usually know that. Okay. But we'll shed light on that in the coming episodes. So if you did not start right, don't share this. In other words, what I mean is that if you know you are not ready to fight the battle, don't initiate it.
If you if you know you want to withstand,
you are not equipped with the information and tactics, don't start the battle.
Okay.
So ladies have a tendency.
So if I get you right here,
yes,
you are addressing the man.
Yes, a man. Yes, this is a man. I can say is a man talk.
No. You see, when you said the discussion is about you sharing your your income or whatever with your partner.
Okay.
I believe you should also address the ladies. Should the ladies also share?
No.
Okay.
I just want to talk about men.
So you don't want to
okay.
How about to our ladies or our ladies who are listening to us and want to know whether they should also share?
They will also benefit from this information. Because of course, even if I discuss man, then a man will not live alone. So this information will still benefit them in the same.
No,
yes.
It may not answer them rightly, because if we are saying sharing your income, and I'm assuming a woman in this case, or the wife in this case, is having her own job. Let's say, for example, she's working, right? The husband is also working. Here comes a situation that at the end of the month, or depending on the specific period of time, the income comes. So if you address only the husband or the man in this particular, whether they should share their income status with the wife, but live outside the wife sharing this. Yeah, like I was saying, if you don't address women sharing the same with the husband, then I doubt if you are going to discuss the holistic view as well that you're thinking, because it should be, when you're addressing the holistic, you're trying to bring these creatures together to a point that the wife should have get where she plays in the same role, and the husband knows what she plays on the same, so that we have the harmony between these two. So if you are addressing, I would like to get your opinion on both sides.
Okay, let us do this. I'll share my opinion on men, on ladies, then maybe you'll share the other side.
It's fine. Okay, fine.
Okay, what I'm just trying to... I just want to share my perspective on women. Yes. So, I'm saying that women have a tendency of being accountants naturally. Yes.
They'll account for.
You see that your money. If you tell maybe your spouse or your wife that you earn net of, let's say, 80,000. They will start from there. That's the revenue.
That is the revenue.
Yes, that is the revenue. So they will start running costs. That is the expenses. And at any maybe if you happen to be, from nowhere just say that, you see, I'm nil.
You're broke.
You are broke. They will start telling you, see, we bought this. We bought this. See, we bought this.
They'll do the math until they're like,
now
we may not
we have spent
maybe
60. So where is this 20 going to?
I saved.
You saved yet, and we have a critical condition here. We have a critical. You saved. So that okay. Even if you saved that man, it is there. You can still withdraw it. So that just tells you that they have that natural ability of accounting for what you have. So then if you did not start right, then it means that you will suffer, because so long as they have that information that you have this amount of money, they will account for it, and they will always want it to be used to completion. Is when maybe you can start tapping into hers, if maybe she's also earning. And as borrowing from the previous discussion, I told you the danger of relying on that other side. That now you see, because you understand that naturally we are meant to provide.
Yeah, definitely.
Anytime that you are starting to lean on the other side, so that you want to bring this issue of power sharing and all that, that's where now the problem start arising.
Yeah, because ladies are not meant to be providers generally.
I know they will, the independent ladies will fight you seriously on that.
Well, they may, but they will acknowledge it is in each and every woman. They'll acknowledge. What I know is they won't find it hard to provide. They will. But as time counts, if you don't find your way out, or you don't figure your stuff out, they'll get tired. And then that's when they'll start mentioning, oh, I did this, or I did that, or that happened, all that will come up. They'll get tired. It's in them. So I bet few will dispute that. So
my opinion on going back to the main point, I think you should just avoid talking about your salary, how much you are earning. So long as you provide, you pay the bills, you even send her something on top, some allowance, irrespective of her earning something, you even just send her some allowance.
Okay.
And then you don't talk about your
income.
Yes, all your revenue stream, because you see, there's another thing with these ladies, that don't allow them to classify you.
To classify you?
Yes.
What do you mean to classify you?
Classifying you means that once you've told her how much you are earning, then she can put you in a bracket. You see? So there's a bracket, that revenue bracket, that she will put you.
She'll be like, now this guy earns, my husband earns this amount, there's somebody I know who earns this amount.
So that is the problem. You see, and also we've said that we are now assuming that we are talking about a lady who is also working. And when she goes to work, she's also interacting with other big fish. You understand?
Who are earning way better than you.
Okay? So long as she has the information that this is what you are earning, then maybe she happened to interact with somebody somewhere. That
information can be used against you.
Can be used against you, because now you see, ladies naturally, like you are trying to say that they eye. Okay?
We say they are hypogamous in it.
Yes. So it means that once you've classified yourself that my range of income is from 40 to 80. Then she finds somebody who is 500. So do you think you will be disadvantaged or not?
Oh, okay. That also depends.
I know they will say that their morals, you see, it's not all about money, but let's be sincere to ourselves.
Okay.
There is how that positivity brings them closer. Even if she doesn't initiate a talk on the same, there is how that one is creating. When we were doing chemistry, we were talking about bonding. So that one will make the bonds to a bit loosen, weaken. Yes. And if that person, the prospective person who do not know even that there is some benefit, he's doing what? He's pushing to this lady, so it will just happen naturally. Okay, so that if this man happens to see something in this lady and start pushing, then already you will be having an advantage there.
Okay.
So what I'm just trying to mean, men should just remain unpredictable.
they say curiosity in a relationship is very important.
Very important.
When you be unpredictable, that
Yes.
the lady can't tell you are.
She cannot tell that how much you are earning, so that when she want to compare you with someone, then it is very difficult, because she's not having accurate information about all that you worth.
Do you think you should even mention about the range? Should you talk about the range? That within this range?
Okay, that one will bring, you see, they are curious. She will start digging into why range? Why are you not trusting me? Why are you not telling me how much you are earning? So I think you should just avoid altogether talking about
about income and the rest.
Income and the rest. Just say that God has provided us with enough that we can survive on. Yes. Yeah.
Well, I concur. That is, you are saying you are addressing when men are sharing with their women, right?
Yes.
But in the event that now women are to share with their wife, their husbands, again, this if we go with okay, again, as I said before, there are some cultural or social norms that are really influencing this decision. Men, as they are the normal, in ideal situation, or how this thing should be, men should be the providers, right?
Yes.
So in this event, I may assume that it's not that necessary for the woman to disclose. And the same applies to the man. It's not necessary for the man to disclose.
Okay, you are trying to bring fairness here. But I feel that when you see, okay, for one of the items that I look, even when I want to pursue a lady, is her income status.
Okay.
Because I cannot marry a lady who is richer than me.
We will discuss all that. The
Yes.
factors that a man should think of
So
or consider.
I'm
when
just sharing this because of what you are trying to say, that
No, but
she needs to disclose.
Those are things that you can
She
easily
need not
tell.
to disclose.
Those are things that you can easily tell. You can easily see, you can easily tell the financial status of a person based on your interaction. You can quickly tell where the person is. You may not have the exact figure of what an income the person gets, but based on their lifestyle, you can tell that this person may be ranging within
That is
this.
subject. That one, maybe if you subject, that one is cannot be true, because we have different cultures. There are cultures that they don't really invest in themselves, but they are billions. They're billionaires. And if you look at them, if you start profiling them, you'll not have the accurate information.
Well, you see, in that culture or in that community,
Yes.
it will apply for men as well. How universal it may be. Well, as you are saying, for a start, you shouldn't, as a man, you should not go for a lady who is financially better than you.
I know even in that they will really harass.
I know I may
They will
receive storms
contradict
for
that.
that,
Yeah,
but
they will contradict that. That
it's okay.
Fine.
Whoever believes in how the holistic life should live or should be, then that is the first thing. You can't go for a lady who is financially better than you. Should you do that, you are now risking, because you know men are egocentric in nature.
Yes.
So the moment and the pride comes from what they can do.
Yeah.
You see, when you deny man power and you give the same person responsibility, then you are denying him voice. You get?
Yes.
So men, being egocentric in nature, they will want to stand their power. That is a man. I'm not talking about a male. You see, there's a difference between a male and a man. A man is somebody who really knows the values of being a man.
So that is according to your definition.
While a male,
No,
that is the social definition of a man.
Because even when you come to religion, we again, when we come to Christianity, we again refer as a man. as a female and
Okay, you see.
so it depends with the context. So maybe if you just explain to us in your context.
What I normally want our listeners also to get right is current world we are living in is very different from the previous world that our forefathers were in. You'll realize that back in the days, culture or society was really behind making sure that women stay in their line and men stay in their line. Currently, it's way other around. You'll find that we have so many initiatives, so many NGOs that have come out fighting for the girl child, while very little are fighting for the man child, for the boy child. That means we are raising women and we are forgetting the men. You get? It will reach a point that this imbalance will exist. So if you want to reason from the religion part, you'll realize that to date it may have very limited significance on controlling how this works, because a lot has happened. A lot has happened within our societies, and very few still hold to the belief of the faith or the religion as it was before. So if you say as in the women or a man is the same as a woman, and in Bible or in Christianity, that was then. It may hold its meaning then. To date, it can also still hold the meaning, but we shouldn't forget the original nature of human being. You can see, even if you read from the story of creation after the punishment was there, look at the punishment that a woman was given, and look at the punishment that a man was given. A man was to toil, while a woman was to bear the pain during birth. So that generally gives you the difference between the responsibility that a man has and the responsibility that a woman has. These things are quite different. So if you try to bring your woman to the toiling part, then you'll start rubbing shoulders. So it's ideal that you just remain in your side of the toiling. Toil for your family, make sure you are providing for your family, make sure you can protect your family as you should. Don't put your woman into that point. Now, when that happens, that's where the finance thing comes here that we have to talk about, because you see, those days, those people were considering themselves wealthy or richer, depending on their agricultural status. They were more or less agrarians. But the world we are living today is more or less industrialized and information based. So what our great lived by may be very different from what we live by today. If you even look at, I don't want to digress much, look at even how the tithe was being given back in the days and stuff. It was through grains, through whatever, and that the priests were using, or the Levites were using, to support the rest. But to date, how many people give tithe in form of agricultural product? Very few. So we are going back to the transactional, should I say, monetary life.
I think that is owing to the introduction of the monetary system.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if we are to hold that belief, so we are bringing back the provision still to the man. Let the man provide. And we may discuss that one as well in the faith part, as we'll be picking that as well. But if a man, as we say, if you start right, that means you've considered the fact that you are not going for, and women also know. Okay. You see, even if you go for a lady that is above you financially, particularly financially, because that's in our current world, that is what determines the provision capability.
Yes.
So the moment you go for a lady who is way more above you, you won't match. One, probably,
I think not even matching. The lady won't respect you.
Respect won't be there. Even the attention at first. You may be good looking and all that. You try, as you were saying in our previous session, you have your vibes and all that. Initially, things will
even
be
the
okay.
the vibe themselves won't win, because this person in the things that she consider the best is she already have the limits of this. When she come to you asking about how much or what's your limits, or even when you start dating, the kind of where you are meeting, where you are taking
the restaurants,
that one will say something about you. And I'm very sure they usually, ladies are very clever. So when you'll be discussing, when you'll be throwing your vibes, so I'm very sure that they will try to trigger some information from you, and the information you will be when you leak any information that now maybe your income status is far below hers, I think there you will be told to please try somewhere else. Or maybe let me think about it.
You see, the thing is even quite evident when we are introducing. I'm assuming you are meeting,
Yes.
You've met a lady. When you are going to your buddy, that's your friend that you discuss much about. You encounter, when you discuss your encounter with this lady, you'll be like, I've met this lady, and what your friend will be like, how does she look like? You see? That's the question they will ask. How does she look like? Or where is she from? Or stuff like that. Rarely will your friend be like, what does she do? Or where does she work, stuff like that. But to the ladies, the moment they initiate the same talk with a friend, the first question will be, where does he work, or what does he do? What does he do is still leaning on your provision capability, because from what you are doing, they can tell whether you are financially okay, or you are capable to do the provisioning as expected. So that gives you the dynamics on whether it spins from the starting right thing. When you have to start right, those are the stuff that you need to consider.
Now maybe if we just try to link faith and family, then I think when you really cultivate your faith well, then even this problem won't arise, because you will seek this person, and when you seek this person, okay, wait, let's
leave that.
Okay,
leave that.
So I'm just trying to say
Don't
this.
address that.
Okay, I'm not going to address that. But what I'm just trying to say is, if you did not start well, then I think still, however much you will try to solve this problem, it will still, it's just like in mathematics, when you want to get the correct answer, you have to apply the right formula.
Correct.
So long as you've not used the right formula, it will take you time and maybe still come up with the incorrect answer. So we can just say that maybe to solve all this problem is to have applied the right formula.
But we have people to date that are already married, or are in a relationship, they are dating. So the starting right currently might be very expensive
for the ones that are still dating, they are still okay. They can just forgo the relationship and start afresh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
but for the ones that are already in relationship and they have kids, you see, it's quite expensive. If you leave, then you are also still going to make other parties to suffer, like the kids. You see, the innocent ones that you brought in.
It's not encouraged, both socially, to do so, unless there's a reason that is really pushing for that. It's not something that I would really.
But then, like we say that if you work hard, you will reap what you. Okay, you reap what you sow. Okay, so if they did not take their time to have this information at the time, at the earliest possible, then we can't do anything on it.
No, we can. I believe we can. We can address. You see, like we are now saying about sharing your income with your spouse. From my opinion, if I may speak about that, with regards to those who are starting their dating life, those who are dating, and the married. To the ones that are starting, I wouldn't say it's necessary. Both. It's not necessary to any. Because as of that time, there are so many things that you really need to put into consideration.
Yes.
Because so long as we can have a date, you can see the bills are paid. Why bother what I'm earning? Let's meet up. Let's have the engagement. Let's talk about yourself. Let's talk about myself. Let's talk about our future and all that. Let's not. It's quite petty for that time when you are starting. For the ones that are dating, that are already going on with their relationship, based on their culture. Based on, I really want to tie this down to your culture, because there are some cultures that may not lean on either sides. I mean, on one side of the story, like maybe husband sharing or wife sharing. So based on your culture, suppose you are starting, I'll allegedly say that go down to what your culture is. I believe there's no culture that is purely eroded. Just go down to your culture, understand how the culture was working, and you'll really help yourself. You'll sort most of the questions on how to handle the same. When it comes to marriage, now, because as I've said, it's progressive. We are dating, we are serious with the relationship, then you're moving to marriage. Again, when you're in marriage, based on our culture, if our culture allows so, then it's okay. But I know of some cultures, like mostly in African culture, or the African culture, the African setup, it's not. The African setup does not generally support that. The African culture, it's patriotic in nature. It's a man, a wife, children. So it starts from the supernatural being, that is their God or the God, then the man, then the wife, and then the children. So as the chain goes by, God knows everything about the man, the wife, and the kid. The husband should know God, know everything about whatsoever is down. The wife should know about the husband and everything going downward. So in this case, what I'm trying to mean is, speaking about the financial status, it is okay in the African context for the husband to know what the wife earns, or what the income for the wife, while the wife is not a must to know what the husband earns. That is as per the African culture. It's not a must for the wife to know what the husband does, because again, as we said, we are under the provisioning or the ideal world of how the human was to live. The man was to do the provision. So if I'm providing, the focus is, am I providing? If I'm not, then hold me accountable. If I am, then it shouldn't be the bother.
I see they argue that if they don't know how much you're earning, and maybe you're earning a lot of money, maybe you're using the rest of the money to finance side chick. So that is the way, that is how they argue. When you tell them that you don't want to disclose how much you're earning.
Again, as I said, you see, women are very interesting creatures. They are very interesting creatures. They want a woman who trusts you, or who buys into your ideas, who believes in you, won't question that. If you do the right start, if everything was okay during the beginning, the first thing a lady does is to subdue. It's like, not even to subdue. What term should I use? To subject. What's the right term? There's the right term that I should use. It's like she leaves. Submit. Submit should be the term. The wife will totally submit to the husband. That means the decision that the husband makes, the wife will believe are the correct decisions. The actions the husband make, the wife will believe are the right actions to be taken. The contrary happens if the wife does not fully submit to the husband. When that happens, then it means they'll start questioning your judgment, they'll start questioning your decisions, they'll start questioning your actions. And that's where when you say you don't disclose how much you're earning, and then they'll start asking then why. But if the right thoughts or the right actions were taken, she won't. She'll respect and she'll totally leave herself for you. She'll be like, you know what, you run the family as you need. My focus will be like, do I get ABCD, do I all that. So to me, in the African context, if I mention that, then don't as a man. Don't. The wife, you should.
Now, do you think, assume that we are now going with the opinion of not disclosing the total amount you are earning to your wife, and we must say that this also exists. There are people who have married a wife who is older than you. So do you think in this context that one will apply again?
Okay, I'll say that as well, because you see, women, again, they are motherly. The purpose of a woman, even as I still narrow down to Christianity, I believe in different, I'm yet to do research on particularly different religions as well to understand the creation story. I'm interested maybe on how to understand the creation story in Islamic, the creation story in Buddha, in all these religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and all that. I'm yet to understand that. But in Christianity, as I said, women was to undergo the pain during birth. That means they were given that ability to nurture. So when you go for a lady who is above you, the first thing will be she'll consider you like the kid here. She'll need to pamper you. She'll need to nurture you. You get. So if she tells you in that case, it will be out of the fact that she's that's nurturing in a way. She's
so
like,
if you say she's nurturing you, then it means for somebody to nurture you must be honest.
Definitely you have to. If you try to be do something different, in that case it will be very hard for you. Yeah, it will be very hard for you if that happens. Because I know in some situations, and again I don't want to be so peculiar on that. I may be right or wrong, but if you look at the women who particularly, I hear some people, if you look at the social media, they're normally defined as career women. They take their, again we'll discuss that better when we'll be discussing about faith, career, and all that. But they will tend to give their early lives to their career, and this is, I don't blame them per se, because what may have led to that is maybe their background. Maybe their parents did all they could to make sure that they study, and then from
they were given best education.
Yes. So from there they'll be like, they need to give back to the parents, you get. So in that process, if you come to their lives and then you're like, you know what, don't worry about this, I'll take care of that and all that. Few will buy that idea. Majority will be like, no, they'll have to get their job, they want to climb the ladder, they have to. I'm not saying it's wrong. I also know some ladies who are way far in the managerial position and all that, but they still respect their husbands. No, and that is the husband is above.
Yes, if you say that, I'll
the
agree.
Husband is above.
But you want to tell me that she's in managerial position, then the husband is a cleaner somewhere, and then she respects him.
No. I'm not talking about that, but yeah.
So the hierarchy must be maintained.
No, it's you have to. If you have to live the holistic way, you see, when you're saying the holistic way, we are meaning there are principles there. The principles that you have to follow.
Align.
There are guidelines that you have to align with to make sure that you don't alter the thing. And principles are principles.
Yes.
Regardless of the position, regardless of the location, principles are principles. They may not differ much. Even if you look at the different religions, I believe, I'm not aware of, but even if you do the research, you'll realize majority.
On the religion, you see, these religions, they are also subjecting to natural laws.
Yes.
Okay. So even if you say today that you want to forgo your religion and come up with yours and introduce a new concept, still you'll have to go and study the natural laws so that you ensure you don't conflict, because if you conflict the natural laws, you will bear the consequences. Of course you won't succeed. So that's why we say that all these religions is only that the terminologies and all that, the languages are the ones that are different, but the principles, they still obey the natural laws and they go with the natural laws.
And I don't okay, you see, that is also influenced by what our current leaders in these fields are telling us. So we'll also discuss that much on how manipulation is happening in the religious field, but that is a topic for another day.
Yes.
So if we hold back to this topic that you are saying, so that we don't digress much, and we get our, by the way, tell us your views. What do you think? What's your thought on religion and the current lifestyle? Would you wish to have that conversation? If it's something that you're interested in, please share with us, leave us a comment so that we can discuss the same. Yeah.
So me, my standing position, okay, the idea that I have, which I know that will work and I will have peace, is not disclosing.
You don't disclose.
I don't disclose. I need to always remain unpredictable. Okay. My ladies should always pursue me. Okay. I should always just remain somebody. Like my lady should not be at any point know that I'm done. Okay?
Okay.
I'm done with this one now. Because once she's done with me, she'll start pursuing somewhere else.
Yes.
So, leaving that alone, if I started right, even if I disclose or I don't disclose, it doesn't matter. Okay? Still it will be okay, because like I said in the previous session, I said very well that you see, when you have the right person that you are meant to have, you find that most of the things will just flow. Okay, things will just flow. You find that your behaviors are just like mimicking each other. Okay, so things will just be aligning. So even when it comes to these issues, if you say that I'm not okay, you don't want to discuss, so long as you can take care of the bills, you can take care of the projects, your family is comfortable and it's sustainable. You are also creating wealth for the coming generation. She will be okay with that.
Yeah.
She will accept it that way. Okay. So to my position, what I can tell my viewers, that if your lady is not okay with that, then maybe I can say that you did not start right. Or I can also say that maybe you are not really having the person you are supposed to have. Yes.
We'll discuss on ways on handling situations like those ones later. So
my position, I don't share.
Your position is?
I don't share.
You don't share?
Yes.
So to the viewers who are subscribing to that ideology should also not share.
And if she also mean not to share, I have no problem with that. Yes.
Oh.
So long as I started right.
So did you start right?
Yes. No, don't throw that back to me. What I know, if I started, or if when I'm going to start, don't worry about that. So what I know, if you start right, then that one doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's okay. Well, as we have said, this is not the ultimate truth or the ultimate honesty of what should work. As we began by saying, please go down to your culture, try to understand what your culture says. The answer lies there, because most of the cultures are tied to the universal laws there. But again, from my point, if I'm to say as well, yes, don't disclose. What matters is do we have a living? Do we get what we need? Do the husband all these bills that are coming around, does the husband settle them? If the husband is doing the provision as needed, then
so somebody will ask me why. Because people will want to know on what ground. So one, to avoid accounting issues. Yeah.
You see,
just avoid accounting issues. They will ask what is the balance.
We began by saying it's very funny though, that they'll account for everything as it is, right?
Naturally, they do that.
They'll start questioning what was done. You see, you may find yourself in a problem, by the way. I've seen some people that also affect the ones that do share, and maybe there are reasons as well you may share. I don't dispute that you shouldn't, or you should. That is depending on the culture or the beliefs that you may have. But if you're to subscribe to the view that I believe in, then that I would go that direction. But some do share with reasons like they want to have same financial goals, maybe same account or joint account or stuff like that. They want to do the management.
Those are somebody who is lost. Sorry to say so, but that's somebody who's lost.
Okay. I've seen people, they do that. You find that you earn a specific amount X. You bring together if I was to go that direction, this is how I could have made it, right? If we were to go to which is, I wouldn't support that largely, the 50-50 thing. I wouldn't. But if that's what you are doing currently, if you have the capability of standing up as a man and making sure you are doing the 100%, well and good. But if that's not the case and you see the consequences of
I think we'll talk about that in the next episode, about how provision for the house.
So I can leave that comment.
Just leave that for the next
okay, fine.
So here we just want to say, we were just giving our opinion on whether is it appropriate to always share this information about your earnings. Yes, how much, where are you financially, what is your balance sheet? So sharing your balance sheet with your wife, to me, I see that one you are introducing yourself into problems. You're putting yourself into problems, being that you see, again, we say that you have to trust each other when you're in a relationship. But then it doesn't mean if you trust somebody that the person cannot betray you. You've seen so many people trusting, and then they get betrayed.
Definitely.
And you should always know that, you see, your wife is not your
relative.
It's not your relative. It's when you are creating the relationship. That's why you create the relationship.
You are different people together.
You are different people together. And when you're in a relationship, people keep on learning each other, and the trust keep on building with time. Okay, so say earlier stages, when you are, let's just be a culture. Let you as a man be known that you are a responsible man. You take good care of your family, okay? And then even if you can be given the character that, you see, this is a very unpredictable man. That's okay, to somebody it might seem that it's a negative attribute, but to me it's a positive attribute. That's something good as a man to have. So let us not share this kind of information, and let us, for the ladies' side, let us be okay with this.
Yeah, we
because
just accept it.
Even the ladies, if you want to know about your financial status of your man, I think that one will also bring you into temptation when you find somebody who is now superior than him, because you already, this is your man, you know all that he earns, all in his net worth. Okay, so when you find somebody who is also having the features that this man is having thing, but now the different one is now is a higher net worth than this your man. You will start regretting, why did I settle for this man? And yet there's some other someone else who is better than him. So I think if you remain in that suspense of not wanting to know how what specifically how much is it worth, then I think that's the...
So in other words, you're saying we go with the universal principles as they are.
Yes.
Which I believe in most of the cultures will align with that.
Yes.
Let the man do his job. Let him do the...
When you try to disagree with the natural laws or the universal laws, you will find yourself, you will be meeting a lot of friction, and life will be so hard to you. And you might think that it's also hard for other people as well.
Yeah.
But it's only because you are the one who is making it harder. Like the hardship is coming from your choices. Okay, so if we just go with these natural laws, then I think we can achieve the holistic living.
Yes. True. That's I don't want to do any addition to that.
Yes.
Let our subscribers, our viewers, our listeners buy that.
Yes.
The goal here is to live the holistic life. We are aiming at seeing how we can achieve the holistic life. That means we want to bring our heaven here. We don't want to wait to go to wherever the place is so that we can have the paradise there. Let's see how we can live with harmony with the universal principles under the universe. And they're very simple. It's easy to align with. So yes, that's all from me. Leave us your comments, leave us your views, your opinions on the same. We'll be glad to look. By the way, we'll read all the comments. We'll read all the comments to get that. That's all from me.
Yeah, just maybe to wrap up, I can say that if you started it well or started it right, you'll not find problem, because like as you know, ladies take it, it's okay for them even if you call them baby, so you understand. So being that they like that such name, then tells you the nature of, so your baby, you can lie to your baby.
We'll discuss that. So it's just okay. So I'm just telling them so that they don't fear that, you see, if I don't disclose, I'll be maybe face it rough. No, you see,
so long as you started right, your baby will remain your baby.
I don't want to start it again, but okay, we'll discuss that. Then we'll handle even the personality types and all that.
Yeah. So
that you need to understand the person
okay
you are with.
So otherwise, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the coming insightful sessions.
Okay. Inshallah.